74. Be creative. Don't worry about what you will eat and wear. Life is not only a matter of eating and wearing. A human body is not only meant for dressing it up nicely. Life is not for getting or losing something. Life is only for spending it in a positive way. What you have achieved at every stage of your life is not important, but what you have done is important. You can repay your debts to your parents, society, state and the world by your great deeds. The life from which a man cannot receive anything and cannot give the society anything is well as in vain. Keep something memorable in the world before you leave it. A man's character is improved when he uses his powers and enthusiasm for constructive and creative activities. Creativity is manifested through mental research with attraction and planned thought and ideas for using the surrounding subject matters and objects. It requires exercise of nerves and muscles and mental satisfaction. A constructive criticism enhances creativity. Austerity is required to devise a new idea or a thing. Spending leisure hours undergoing some training or in some recreational activities later on create a power of creativity or a positive self-realization in man. Those who fail to fulfill their basic needs involve themselves in inhuman activities which detach him from his dreams and aspirations. To make a man fit for survival, the creative entity within him should be awakened. Recognition, praise, inspiration in a lively and clean environment makes a man creative. Aimless mechanical way of thinking or unreasonable materialism makes a man mentally crippled. A soul having some limitations, it is independent and responsible for its deeds. Man has been overwhelmed looking at his creations. A man's life is meaningless if he does not use his power within himself, engages in creative activities and makes his life meaningful. All the great civilizations of the world is created by overboldness. It is overboldness of power, intelligence or ambition. There is a strong imprudence in it. But it is they who find out the way to survive. The man who is not free cannot be a creative man. Thus creates a aim in a field. Low-class people searches for and do the ordinary jobs, and upper-class people searches for great jobs and die with the pains of errors. Whenever we shall create something, we shall think over its durability. Drops of water make an ocean and grains of sand makes a desert. It takes time to build a thing, but it can be destroyed within no time. Nothing is little in the creation of Allah. A little thing may be a great one if done for a great purpose. People is the active power behind all creativity. A person, not the society or a state, is important for creating something. A person starts where the state ends. Creativity may be literature or in human life, depends fully on patience and endurance, which is commonly known as genius. When somebody wants to create a particular style in his writings, first of all he is to create it in his thoughts. Creativity does not expand without recognition. All actions are done with the inspiration from an instance. The person who remains in front of a group guides it. Human beings are proved to be the best creation of Allah when they can do their creative activities without any obstacle. Survival may otherwise be called as creativity. Necessity is the mother of invention. Materials are required to lead a practical life. Death comes when movement stops. Man is made for overcoming his problems, and his creativity is based on the truth revealed earlier by his ancestors. Life, death, creation and destruction are moving round in a cyclic order. Go forward, but don't measure the length of your way, otherwise you will be left behind by others. Feel, but don't be overwhelmed, otherwise you won't be able to go forward. A tree need not make its leaves, the sky need not make its blue horizon, nature ornaments a peacock's feather by its own hand. Only human being is created by Allah as apprentice creative activities. They have been given responsibility for small creations. Man builds for necessity and creates for pleasure. Man shows his intelligence through wisdom, shows his capability through success, and shows himself through creation. All new constructions are built on the old wreckages. A man may be too small to neglected, but an unlimited power and an endless genius is sleeping within him, which will express itself if it gets a favorable situation. It is only possible to invest time, energy and intellect in new invention, when burden of earning livelihood is relieved. Only an independent and free man can invent or create new things or ideas. And these creations have given the modern human society a success. We need three things: a heart to feel, a brain to make an idea, and process to work. Imitation is excusable only where a change or a new creation is impossible and beyond one's capacity. He who can create has the right to imitate. Artificiality is the greatest glory of man. He who has a practical knowledge about something can imitate it. Imitation is a theft case, but adoptions is not. Great civilizations have come into practice through power of adoption of mankind. Nothing should be imitated without a clean concept about it. Acceptance means to accept something after examining it fully, and imitation means to accept something without justifying it. Those who invite people to throw away their intelligence and to imitate and follow others blindly are stupid. Again, those who depend only on their intelligence but neglect an object are arrogant. So a coordination is to be made between them. Following the old things blindly should not be treated as a regard for traditions. We forgot our identity by listening to others for long, but when we searched out, it is found that we are having sufficient valuables in our treasures to mention. So long we have neglected it and begged to others. The most valuable thing of a man is destroyed by begging. This valuable thing is one's sense of prestige. Imitation, like stupid, can never bring prosperity for a nation. Through a hired imitation one cannot make himself like another. Don't imitate, don't follow, but search yourself and proceed through your own way. Nobody can prosper in life by imitating other. People are generally fond of indiscipline, and imitating and following other is their nature. Again, some of them learn everything from the upper class people and follow their footprints. Great creations are always great too, but education is required for it. Man can only guess about some probabilities, as nobody can assure anything except Creator. An inventor always refuses all customs and routines, so it is not so easy to be an inventor. He who talks in a different language and in a different style becomes a creator. There is a close relation between a creation and an creator. One is to know grammar of a thing if he wants to design it. Man is the creator of fetishism. That means, he gives an independent entity to what he creates and surrenders to it. When a destination is determined, then only a path is created, and the creator of this path is life itself. Creates philosophical and mathematical determinants. To identify one or more meaningful points from that point is the task of life. Nobody will destroy his own creation, rather he will use his utmost efforts to protect it. It is not possible to destroy a creation saving its creator. His removal is necessary for a new creation. A creator and a creation is interrelated. To judge impartially about the mystery of creation, everything is relative. To create undergoing periphery, one scientific attribute takes many forms differently. A wise known with his wisdom that such science has come from the whole entity, not by the partial life. As such, the negative way of thinking with death, sickness, sorrow, etc. don't make any effect on the mind of a wise man. To control birth or creation is, on the other hand, to control death or destruction. Where there is no birth there is no death, and where there is no wisdom, there is no ignorance as well. In all matters the extreme two opposite points look all the same. Extreme belief in God and extreme non-belief are like north and south poles. Theory of creation is beyond the knowledge of relativity. The elements of a creation is abstract and unseen. Whichever is understandable is reactive to sense organs, and good or bad if anything is based on a presentation. Reality remains in practice and feelings and thoughts. The total power of nature is always the same. Creation is self-existent. Composition of different matters is creation. Surely it will again be decomposed. A full equity will come when the cycle of creation will be completed. From inanimate to animate, this is the process of creation. Limited reasons cannot bring unlimited result. Movement of the world is like waves. Once it creates or lifts up, again it destroys or drops down. Creation process is going on for eternity. Creation is going on continuously. Creation never stops. In every moment something is being created. Recycling is there in the nature. Proper quality, proper characteristics and proper conduct is being created continuously. Creation is limited by the theory of self-contradiction. The source from where matter is created, there it will go back after it is destructed. All the entities are created by the attraction of the dialectal power of opposite principles. The world is an eternal creation. Common and uncommon types of creation are known in the world. Common creations are those who have greatness or good qualities, sense of duty, sense organs, mind and knowledge. Uncommon creations are those who don't have practical knowledge, are not conscious and don't have farsightedness. Destructions are of three types, that is destruction of time, which is continual, destruction of material, which is customary, and destruction of characteristics, which is natural. Existence and non-existence are the sources of each other. We can imagine about some non-existing things after seeing existing one. Whatever is in existence are the root of all creations, and the idea of heaven and the hell starts from the point where existence ends. Every creation in the world is a new one. No two creations have ever grown alike, nor they will be so in future. Whatever becomes old due to natural processes eclipsed by inanimateness and emaciated state. The seed of perish is entered within every creation, so emergence of new creation in its place becomes essential at a particular stage.